This is Big Rob's Odd Pod. It's going to be number one. I'd like to shout out to my sponsors. The Catholic Church, or Christian Church. They did not really sponsor this, but I just figured I'd do some ad reads for them anyway. So let's try those out. Catholic Church. Send your kids here and we'll rape them. So, I got another one. Catholic Church. Send your kids here and they'll just want to kill themselves because it's boring as shit if we don't rape them first. I'm really such a sick fuck. Working at Five Guys is really, really an eye-opening experience. You learn a lot about people, about corporations, about just life in general. One of the first things you learn when you work at Five Guys is that this is a place where dreams go to die, okay? I remember I got paid like $8.25 an hour. Two patties. That's what I would say. No, that's what the cashier chick would say the whole day. Two patties. And then I would go, two patties. And then I would put two patties on the grill. That was my job. It's Five Guys. Why you should work at Five Guys. This is why you should work at Five Guys. Because it's a place where your dreams go to die, okay? And once you learn that, then you can move forward with life and you can take it for what it really is. Why you should work at Five Guys? Because you should ingratiate yourself with drug addicts and felons and people who are on probation and have DWIs. That's who you should be associating with. Every one of my friends worked at Five Guys. We were hooligans. One of my friends was basically in a gang. I was off probation. Another kid was on probation. Our assistant manager was an ex-heroine addict. There was a girl there who was like basically autistic. The whole thing was such a shit show. Why you should work at Five Guys? So many reasons, man. Five Guys, where I got fired for trying to beat the shit out of someone in a walk-in fridge. Ugh. And it's not my fault. He wouldn't do work. I kept telling him, if you don't do work and help us close, I'm going to beat your ass in the walk-in fridge. But he didn't believe me. That's my fault. No. Ridiculous. Five Guys, where the first manager got fired for coming on to one of the high school girls who worked there. One of the young girls at the fucking place. It's a high school girl, bro. You look like a bum. You're so ugly. What did you think was going to happen? Of course she was going to tell HR, you dumbass. Five Guys, where the second manager who replaced the first manager who went to jail for stealing from all the workers' paychecks. Five Guys. It's where the third manager who replaced the first two managers who went to jail had Tourette's and was like a failed cook from France, the biggest shithole on the planet, where they throw their garbage in the streets. Yeah, that's where you're going to go learn to be a good chef. Okay. They talk like they got phlegm in their throat. Like, ugh. Yeah, I'm going to like you a lot. Yeah, sure. Dude used to talk about his wife like, he's like, and the moment I met her, she was the most beautiful woman. I'm like, dude, I got a good look at you. There's no chance she was the most beautiful woman you ever met. There's no chance, bro. And before you go on, oh, but he had Tourette's. Don't make fun of him. Dude was an asswipe, bro. I almost beat the shit out of him too, man. Call me Toucan Sam because I got a big nose. Yeah, get over it. At least I don't have Tourette's, you loser. At least I'm not a failed chef working at a Five Guys. I'm 17 working at a Five Guys. You're what, 80? What are you, 60? Oh my God, are you 60? Ugh, give me a break. People are just... I remember after I got fired, and I remember I didn't know I got fired. I thought I just I had got sent home for the day. So I show up for my next shift, and I guess Guy thought it was just some issue. Guy was the loser with Tourette's who thought he was like a kingpin of a Five Guys or something. What an idiot. And I remember he's like, Robert, Big Rob. I heard, I didn't know you got in a fight with him the other day. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's what happened. Yeah. And he's like, oh, well, we can't have you working here like that. And I go, oh, okay, bye. And I just start leaving. I literally just start leaving because I had another job too. And I hated working at this shithole. And this guy's trying to like berate me and make me feel as if I did something wrong. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm leaving. Fuck your job. You can just stop talking, dude. I'm leaving. I'm out. I'm leaving. Stop following me out the door. That's the end. This is the end of the relationship. I don't need you to like preach and sit on your soapbox and tell me how I did a bad thing getting fired from a Five Guys. I had 35 jobs, bro. Like, shut up, dude. Leave me alone. I don't care, man. That's why I'm not going to work at the Five Guys anymore. And you are, because you're a bum who couldn't make it in France, the biggest, shittiest country on the planet. Ugh. I think I'm really going off, man. That was a little, but I really think this is gonna help. This is gonna help. Doing these little rants about the shitholes I've worked at, that'll really help a lot. Five Guys, where you smoke weed at the soccer field behind the restaurant on your break. Five Guys, where your boy gets back from driving to go pick up food and he tells you he hit and run another old bitch. And you can't help but laugh even though you know it's fucked up. But this is Five Guys. And you let that shit go in Five Guys because we're all horrible people or we wouldn't be working here. That's why you should work at Five Guys. It's a beautiful place where your dreams go to die. That's what it is. That's what it's there for. The way you can really judge how big of a shithole a place is that you're working at is the disparity between the things they sell and the amount of money you're getting, right? A bacon cheeseburger at Five Guys is $13.09. That's almost double my hourly pay. What? You know how many burgers I slang every hour? Why am I getting paid $8.25 an hour? The weekend that Star Wars came out, because the Five Guys, great for me, was right next to the movie theater. From cooking on the grill for 4 hours of these nerds and these losers dumping their money down daddy big, Hollywood's mouth because they're just stupid and they're going to go see some old reenacted, disgusting. I'd have my apron would be so wet I could wring it out for $8.25 an hour. Really like $7.50 after Harold got done robbing us. We'd have shit happen like one day it was just so packed and my manager just had it. So he stuffed fucking rags in the drain and just started flooding the kitchen so we could all go home. I mean, this is why you have to work at Five Guys, because you get free off days when your manager has fucking had it and he goes, I'm going to flood the fucking kitchen so we can get out of work. That's why you should work at Five Guys. You work at Five Guys because when your boy just doesn't show up to the shift and leaves you the only one who's even capable of working on the goddamn line, you don't get mad because you'll do it next week because it's Five Guys.